Hello, hello. All right, let's get into it. I'm feeling similar but legally distinct today, and I believe I have figured out the issue with window capture. So if I pop open this and run it, it should appear on the screen shortly. There it is. And if I close it, it should go away and not capture the Godot background. Everything works as expected. All right then. No voice? Okay, it's fine then. So today, going to be returning back to the base map here. I want to try and get the tile map set up and, some more movement. I don't think I made a base level. Let me just sprite that real quick. A simple little top-down guy. Actually, I can show that. It's going to take me like a minute. Is it captured the instrument? There we go. Okay. Boop, boop. Not like I need it. Yeah. Just going to make this real simple. Everything's programmer place art until it's introduced and kept in game. So. Oop. And for mild variety. Oops. There. Nope, I wanted to copy that. There we go. And make it vertical. There we go. Perfection. Now let me save that over. And we'll use that as our basis for hello trick. We'll use that as a basis for our on-map character. See if everything's still set up for assets. Yes, it is. And I will just put that as map sprite. Okay. Other than that, I have made a few assets. I have made this tile map, which hopefully I'll use shortly. First off, let's replace you. There you go. And this should look vaguely better. Probably off by a little bit. Let's put you up at 0, 0. Transform, position, at least a multiple of 16. Let's try 16 by 16. Ah, yes. So I believe this sucker is going from the middle, which might complicate things later, might not. We'll keep it that way for now, though, but as it stands, guy moves around. Simple. Yeah, no background music. I did not get to setting that up, though I have solved my issue, or at least I believe I have. But that would have required me to look for music last minute. Okay, so tile maps. I believe I just need to go in here and go tile map. And look, we got a tile map. Then we need to do something fancy. This is where it's changed between versions as expected. Can I just drag this in here? Nope. Can add a new atlas, which would be probably how I add the Godot. Can I just drag you up here? New tile set? Okay. This is going to be real interesting and not intuitive, isn't it? Well, we'll figure it out. I know I could just drag and drop in the last version, I believe. Made things real interesting. Okay, now it works. Yes, let's create tiles. Okay. So we got our tile map up here, which means we should be able to start painting them. Okay. Yes, just like that. So, can we do paste? Well, we can't do lawn things, but we're at least able to select this. Let's just make this kind of silly. It is a little bit... Oh, I actually am missing a type in here. Well, in that case, we have to corner this off because we can't have 4 ways. Actually, can we have proper turns? No. Well, this is a mild conundrum. 1 second. Did I work in this? Map sprite selector. No, I do not. Well, we'll just deal with it. So first off, is there a way to set a default tile to go across everything? Collision bow, navigation, force, layers, transform, ordering, visibility, process. Lots of little bits. There's even a script down here, but every object in Godot has script. I will just fill this out to begin with. Go away. Should be tools. Well, there we go. They're all sitting down here. That's what it is. Now, there's a few things I know about in this. Like, you can do things such as set this tile to be like 50% this tile, or 25 or something. That's a little advanced for me. So I think for now, I'm just going to do actually, let's use this. There we go. Got ourselves silly little paths going on. Some flowers about. And move our player down so it can be like that. Hit save. And run current scene. So, now we can move around. And we have things. Next thing I want to do in this is add a little bit of collision, which I think will be hard. Because we are not using standard movement, but I'll figure out something. So, first off, I think I need to add a collision to you. Collision shape, 2D polygonal. No, I just need you to be a square. Am I going to... Okay. There we go. You should be attached. What are you complaining about? Shape, derive. Please note that... So maybe not. See? alternatively... It has become a tree. Yep. Shape. Shape. Can I attach that to the sprite? No, it doesn't like it. I just need a basic collider, people. I don't need to make 12 objects to make... Does this collide with something else? Okay. Rigid body 2D. It isn't going to be moved through physics. This is generally why I like making my own collision, because I don't need to have 20 objects in order to say, does this collide with this? Honestly, I'm only going to be doing raycasts. Character body? What's character body? Specialized 2D physics body. Character specialized. Sure, that works. Bop. Okay. Collision. Now then, for silly things... I'm going to try and set this to be a collision. Square. And drag you over. This is probably like one of the worst ways to do it, but I just want to see. Now then, I'm going to have to do a bit of Googling to see how I could test it. Dot script check collision. Yeah, it said everybody goes straight to weird physics when I just want to go, is this spot able to be moved to or not? Oh, I think I'm going to have to set up some weird stuff. If I was doing this under my own engine, I would be giving each tile an array and all that, and it would check. I don't need to learn Godot in 30 minutes. I need to know, is spot at spot collidable? And as per usual, most of these are long YouTube videos, because why not? Okay. Just to get that started up. So every one of these inputs would check to see if moving would actually result in collision. So the child of this is character body. Let's see if that has any functions attached to it that we can use. Daughter slash. Size scale. Translate. polygon. Yeah. Now it's hunting and pecking because I think looking. Well, I'll try a quick look at the documents, but I have not been thrilled with Godot documents. So maybe it will actually have on there. Check if collide at position. That's all I need. Floor on slope. Floor block on wall. Vaguely? If true, the body will only be able to... No, I'm not using momentum to move this around. Method is on wall only. Move it slide. Get slide collision. I need a basic is colliding at point. But everything's made for platforming. Fun. The alternative is I'm going to have to iterate through every single possible collision point and see if it's colliding. Simple collision at point. This sounds like somebody being frustrated. How do I check... Yes, how do I check collision between two simple objects without physics? Exactly just how frustrated I would be. There might be, but I'm not going to take the 3 hours to look through people's code to only find out that they use obscure hierarchies that make no sense to anybody but them. Class area. Okay, this might be it. Let's, for sake of argument, say that it is, though. So I want to add an area thing, because it can count how many things it's overlapping. So I can cheat by moving the object and then check if it's collided with anything. So that other area one, it should yell at me for. So if I return any, I can just reverse the movement, which is not ideal, but livable. Is it debug print? Let's print debug. Okay, so we get area 2D dot overlapping areas. Sure. So every time we move, we're going to call this. And then we're going to print that. All right. So, boop. Too much output. Okay, so it's printing every frame. Don't want that. So if X offset and Y offset, so meaning at least OR, needs to be OR. So if one or the other, we check, because then we'd be moving. Otherwise, we wouldn't be moving. Okay. So returning none, and then we step on that, and we finally get something. Why is it only on the middle here? I mean, it vaguely works. It's not work. It's working one step afterwards. I don't like this. Okay. So we get a list back. We can just lend the list, I believe. Yes. So if the list is bigger than 0, I just want to check this. So we'll return true if that's bigger than 0. If it's bigger than 0, we just undo the movement. I think this is going to get us trapped in the wall. Yeah. The one thing I'll say, well, people getting things set up and making their own modules and all that, in my general experience, unless it's completely packaged correctly and is basically its own engine in itself, you're going to have to retrofit everything you do to work with bizarre ideas that make no sense to you of, you must put everything in an array. No, you must put everything in a dictionary. No, you must put everything in a 2-dimensional array, but a 1-dimensional array over here because they thought it was a good idea at the time. I mean, all my code is like that too, so I can't complain, but I'm not putting it out there like a simple little... Yes, simple solution. So this is colliding after the fact. It's not... It doesn't feel like it's updating the positions. I just need a simple collide at. Can the... True... Okay, yeah, so this has to do a physics tick, which is happening after this. This is why I'm seeing everything after the fact. And it seems like it's 1 frame behind because it is 1 frame behind. I can make hack solutions to solve this, but I shouldn't have to. I'm using an engine. I should get basic collision for free. Okay. Godot. If I look up RPG movement, I'm going to get a 6-part YouTube series. Yeah, all these are set up for real time. So, one solution, which I don't like, is that I can just literally put all collision objects, or at least areas, into its own list, and then every time I would move, I would check to see if the middle point of them would be inside the middle, It would be inside the bounding box of every other one. Basic collision that I shouldn't be doing, but I am missing the basic solution to this if it does exist. I'm sure there's something in here, but it's probably buried under something that is in collision, which would be very interesting. Well, yes, but then you're using RPG Maker, and then if you want to add something slightly different, you're going to be chafing against every part of RPG Maker in order to do the simple thing. Like back when I tried to do some roguelike engines, there was this one that did basic console out. I wanted to add a little bit of animation, and it would have required rewriting the entire system and recompiling it in order to have a half offset character. This is what I run into every time I try using if you want to do the very basics, yes, go with the very basic engine. But everything past that, it's like hitting my head against a wall trying to get it to work to do the simple little, like basically right here. I want to see, I have this thing. Is it colliding with other things? No, you must wait till the physics checks off. That's not a real answer. Oh, when I did another program in this for roguelikes, I just made everything tiles. So I had complete control over the tiles. I put the tiles down, and I could check to see if moving left, right, up, or down would collide with a tile with collision on it and all that. No, So I didn't have to deal with trying to use its system. It was a very bad idea because I had to make a single tile for everything, and I can't make my own maps for that. Well, I suppose I could, but it would be painful. Raycast. Godot. So, my second thing is to try raycasting. Maybe raycasting is my solution to the problem where I just cast a ray from the center of my point out 16, and if it doesn't hit anything, it should be fine. All right. Yeah, this might be the ticket, but it's kind of dumb. Why is there a delta in this? Oh, that's just because it's processing physics. All right. Very silly, but if raycasting is working correctly, I'm actually going to bring up a sprite for this because this is interesting. I mean, this is more advanced than what I want, which is why I didn't go to it first, but... Ta-da. So, raycasting. Basic idea is there is a bunch of physics objects, like the ones I was complaining about a second ago, and if you cast a ray from a point to a point, you will get back where it hit something, or if it didn't hit something. So theoretically, I can have my character, which I can literally copy paste. I have my character. If I can raycast the full movement over, I can move the character over. Oop. However, if I get back anything, I don't move the character. It's kind of jank, in my opinion, but it's what I have. So let me just steal this code. I'm not even going to say borrow, because I'm just going to copy and paste out. So we get the world 2D. Ah, yes. Indentation. They copied over as spaces. Good. Oh, basic thing does not. Oops, no, that should be Y. Target X. Target Y. Okay. I'm going to be doing a bit of debug mode with this, so I'll let the movements happen, but I will put the offsets in there. Okay, print debug. Result. Otherwise, we're just going to step through this. Exciting. Okay. So we're getting no dictionaries so far. And we're getting nothing here. However, I can't actually tell how it's doing this. Okay, let's do this a bit more. Print debug. What? Nope. Target X, target Y. So it doesn't put spaces in there. Okay. 1 second. Comma. Do that little thing. And then another comma. Alright, will your output better? Thank you. Okay. So the start point and end point look correct. Do they have to be specific objects? I mean, it's not telling me they have to be specific objects. It's not telling me anything at all. Second, I'm going to delete this because it might be possible that the old collision is doing something. And we don't need collision. Nope. Not giving me basic collision. Okay. Does it specifically need to be character? Hit point. Okay. Godot physics run by default the same thread as game logic, but it may to perform queries into physics space. Utter junk and utter junk must be used. Use the following in 2D. Get world space. Space get direction state, or more directly, direct state space. Then you make a query. Global, yeah, it's not querying. It's not exactly filling me with hope because we have this collision shape. This should be returning something. One-way collision, no. Do I have to turn on collision? We saw collision before. Interesting problem. Not enough information. When you just want to see that you have a collision at point. Feels over-engineered, but that's a lot of game stuff. In order to optimize it, force everything into the same bucket, and then make the same solution to everything. Yep, a 3D collision. Origin end, da-da-da. Ah. So it possibly is being very, shall we say, classist. So by default, it seems that it is looking for characters. Because, you know, it shouldn't have on the tin. Okay, let's take a look. Nope. Still does not care about this. Because since this query does not actually have any information from the player character, means that we don't have to put... It means that the collision on the player character doesn't matter. Intersect ray. What other functions does state space have? Or space state? Section point and a shape. Connect, emit signal, get class. This looks like a bunch of the standard sort of junk associated with an object. Really, so it doesn't have a lot. Well, let's look further in the docs to see if there's something stupid and they just didn't bother putting it in the very document they had of how to shoot a ray. Okay, I get this space. Can you tell me what functions this space has? Okay, world 2D. I'll be really mad if you have to set up a couple other objects so that it can support doing this. I've encountered this pattern before, and it blows my mind to have 3 objects in order to see if 2 can interact. I mean, like 3 separate other objects. Used by physics service, treat both space and area. Add area, da-da-da. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to add a couple different random objects here. I'll put it on the flowers as well. So let's add a static body. No, not to area 2D. I did not want to do that. Static body. Oops, where are you? Oh, you're going to make me grab it. Okay, so we have that as a static body, and then we'll have a rigid body. And we'll see if any of them actually trigger this. I have a feeling it won't. And I have a feeling there's going to be a 3-hour explanation that doesn't really explain it, of some workaround, in which case I might as well just move back to Unity. Because if I'm going to be working around everything, I might as well work in the system where people just by default go, hey, don't bother using this. You use these to work around the issue. Okay, so I'm not getting any collision from that. Wait. So the static body did go off. Okay. So everything becomes static body. Okay, let's do this. I would think they would tell you that you should use static bodies for all this, but hey, why would anyone need to explain their own documents that everything's very specific? You should know this. Okay, so I come down here, I hit this. I only get it at this. Why is it only in the middle that I get something? I think I'm going to try doubling. This shouldn't... It's very strange. Okay. Whoop, I have a sprite up. Sorry, I missed that. Why is it only at the center? This is array. It should be hitting every point of this. It's right here. It should be hitting the side of it. Well, no. Just to make sure. That's offset. It shouldn't be like this, but I guess. Okay. Yeah. It's not hitting that. It's only hitting it when I'm actually... Let's try turning off this collide with areas bit. Maybe that's messing it up. Yeah, I think I didn't set that, but that... Yeah. Wait. It feels like it's off by... Okay. This may just be off by something. Let me... just rig this up as if it was working and see if it does anything. So maybe I'm just being... the visuals are screwing me up, possibly. Okay. Yeah, it gets stuck there. So it's almost acting like this is one down more than it should be. It's down one and over one. It's still too high. Actually, it's like saying it's 3 high, so... 1, 2, 3. Oh, game engines are supposed to make things easy. Actually, let's, for sake of sanity. Boop. Put you right here. Come on. Come on. Yeah. So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, this thing's bigger and it's being emitted from the center of this as the corner, which doesn't make sense, but it's literally the collision shape's all down here. And this player character... Okay, maybe... I thought the player character... Okay. That may be part of it. I thought this was not doing corner stuff. Success. Now we can actually set up these stupid physics. And with that solved, we will add a resource, which will be a static body 2D. Put it, please stop putting it underneath the player character. We'll call this bounding box. And we're going to add multiple collision shapes to this. And you will be a rectangle. Whoop. You will be like that. I will copy you. You will be over here. I mean, this is stupid solutions, but without being able to know the size of the tile map, which I'm not going to sit here and look into. No, you go underneath here. Sure, there's a way I could just query every single tile of the tile map. I'd rather just do this. We'll get it done for now. That's all I'm hoping for. And copy, paste, put you under here, and then move you down here. And this is why you have glitches in games, because people don't take the time to fill in the corners. However, I don't care. So let's go with this. So now we shouldn't be able to go outside like we were before. Yep. Can't go outside. Rays were indeed the solution, though they seem overkill for the problem. Almost should be moving 32 pixels a time, but this works. Now then. So we have the player character. We can move around. Let's add a variable. Actually, how should this work? Yeah, we'll have the player character drive this. Otherwise, I would be making another God object to drive this other part. So stop movement equals false. If stop movement equals true, or stop movement, return. Now I'm going to have a little process here called decisions. So what I am trying to do at the moment is create into the scene a combat scene after so many movements, attach it to the base map, and keep going until combat is complete. Well, I suppose for right now I just need to spawn it. So let's actually do that. So after one successful move, we're going to get parent, add child, I think it's load. Yes. So we are going to load combat engine. There's probably better ways to do this. Okay. Give me a second to Google how to do this basic add something to something, because there must be 12 different ways to translate it. O dot add sing to sing. I believe this would be the way to look for it. It's probably not going to be, though. Get node. Nope, don't care about nodes. I'm trying to add a scene. Okay. Let's just preload combat engine. Yes, I am vaguely remembering this. And then we instance this. No? Oh, it's like they're lying to me on their front page of their own documents. Or they're cutting out context because, yeah. Maybe it is load up here. And then down here, instantiate it. Nope, they lie to me. Why I say that is literally on their page they have use load with the T scene. We'll just call it that. I don't know what their acronym mean. They have load, and they're like, oh, you can improve it by doing preload. And this is how you add it. Instance equals this dot instantiate. So they're either missing context, out of version, or they're just lying to me and this is wrong and there's something else that needs to be set up that's explained in some other document. My basic everyday with documents online. They never tell the truth. Let's just move it out of this to be absolutely sure. Nope, there's no instantiate. It's copied over correctly. Okay, let's try making this preload again. I have gotten this sort of system to work under 3.5, but, you know, they changed base level stuff to make sure that base level stuff was changed, so says that this is up to date for 4.1. If you have outdated information, go here. Yeah. Well then. I am copy and pasting. Stop. One last time. Nope. Okay. So, next one, because this is being painful to say the least, because what seems like should be a simple action of adding a prefab to the scene is being dumb. Let's go into here. Underneath combat engine. If so, we're going to do something silly. We're going to add this to the scene. So now on the main screen, it's going to have, oh, why don't I see you? Shouldn't be behind everything. Oh no, you are behind everything, because I swear the layering in this thing is so dumb. Okay. So you're on top of everything. You're going to come in here. Whoops, no, I didn't. You're going to come in here hidden. And I don't think anything should be triggering that. So once I take a step, I will call the parent. Nope. And then I will access. I think I can just do it this way. Get child. No, I want it by name. Alright, let me Google that quickly. Get node. Okay, so you can just use the name. Then why is it saying I need to use an index? Well, I'll trust this and watch that it's out of date. That show. So, oh wait, it's yelling at me. Wait, how did that get in there? Please stop. Get the child. Yes, please put the random junk on there. I truly wanted to add that param. I swear I'm fighting all this. Yeah, cannot pass in there. This is out of date. I should really just code in 3. Half the documentation out there and half the answers are invalid. And I would rather not be frustrated. .1 get child by. It's going to return anything different. Get node. Okay, there we go. That's dumb. Okay, so that shows up. So, now I have a decision to make. I can move all logic into base map. And if I were to have a basic world map, I would attach combat scene to a camera. I would be able to update it. I have to make sure that it doesn't update while it's invisible. But I think if it's hidden, it shouldn't update. Okay. Alright, time to turn you into a God object. Either way, progress. Okay. Also, I think in combat scene, I should start adding functions to see if everybody's alive or if combat's finished. Then I should be able to exit out of combat. Yeah, coming together. So, first off, I'm getting sun in my eyes. So instead of a delta, I'm going to pass this and have move. And map control will pass all its duties to player character dot. Didn't I change that? Map control. Didn't I just do that? Why did it change? Move action. Smash the save key, I guess. I feel like things are being undone as I do them. Okay, and for now, I will turn off underneath that. This little bit. Okay, so successfully pass that over. I could get rid of stop movement. Okay, so up here, if combat, no, combat scene dot visible, visible. If it is not visible, we activate this. Then why did you give me that as a suggestion that, oh, it's not a function. Okay. Okay. step count equals 0. Combat scene dot show. And over in here, on a successful move, turn true. Lowercase true, it seems. There we go, combat. Though it does not seem to be functional. Joyce. It is still functional over here, right? Now, why are you broken now? What does debugger say? It's just a bunch of stuff. Okay. Did I mess up something in here? Oh, I was in combat. That's why. I went into the wrong one. Okay. Go back here. So that is still running while invisible. So I can do something kind of stupid. Yeah, it's some things I don't like about switching around this. Anyways, self.visible. If you're not visible, just get out. There we go. 1, 2. There. So now we can get a random encounter. So let's just get this down to 1 enemy. Boop. We have 1 enemy. We can add to the combat engine a function. Wait, I have a real stupid idea. So, after every character, because we're doing weights everywhere in here, do round, turn off selection, gets down into here, turns off select input. Yeah, for each, yeah. After any action, it's going to check to see if combat is over. For index range len player side HP, if player side HP index greater than 0, turn false, lowercase false, or index in range len enemy side HP if enemy. I did figure out what I need to do in order to... Wait, why is it like that? It is just enemy side HP. In order to make the proper classes, maybe I'll implement them off screen, but at the moment, no. And we'll have a function called end combat. And just for now, it is going to set text. It's going to add text. Combat is over. Await, get tree, more timeout. It's going to set accept input to true, and then it's going to hide itself. And this should return control to the main system. And then we're able to move, then we get into combat again. Rinse and repeat. We'll have to add more stuff to it, but proof of concept. Nope, I swear, this never runs the one I want it to run. So, up. In combat. Okay, monster is slain. Well, that was fun. Okay, oh, I should actually end the in combat part. Excuse me for a second. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I'll regret everything. That's where this is going. Though we've made progress. We have made progress on this. I think I'll have to change things later to implement this into different maps, but progress has been made. So, yeah, I need to get a lot of things. So we have, is combat over? We'll ask that after every single thing. Okay. Run. Mac. Monster is dead. And it's still doing stuff. Oh, yeah. What am I thinking? If combat is over, because it's not calling anything, we'll call end combat. Alright. I should not stream at 7 in the morning. Okay. So now that we have that, monster is dead. It shouldn't go on to that. Why is it going on to that? You know, I'm going to just turn up slightly the text speed. So this will be 3 seconds, so we can waste even more time. So, queue up, Bob attacks, monster is slain. Monster 2 did 1 damage. Oh! I deleted the monsters, but I didn't delete the data. So we have phantom monsters that can't be selected. And they still take turns. Oh, okay. That makes sense. 1, 2. Bob attacks. Nick attacks. 1 monster attacks, because Monster 2 and Monster 3 were attacking afterwards. Okay, it's slain. It's getting around to next action. Okay, so that's not good. So, let's double check, is combat over? Oh, this should be one side. I am not thinking. Bar current status. Yeah, because one side's always going to be alive. I'm thinking poorly here. Player alive equals true. Var enemy alive equals... No, wait, I should make it false. Yes. False. True. Equals true. Return not player alive or return false. If not enemy alive. True. Please. Please quit. Quit giving me prompts. I'm tired of prompts. Alright. If not player alive, return true. We want no early exits. That was my problem. Which is fine for 90% of things, but it's not good here. So, one damage, 4 damage. You're still alive. Smack a party member. Or miss. 3 damage. Monster slain. No, still queuing up next action. First off, let me turn off the debug code for the ray casting. Clean it up a bit. Can I clear this? There's probably a symbol on there to click, but I don't know which one because what would be? Might as well just work all through this. It's greater than enemy alive. Print debug. Enemy alive. Index. Oh. Print debug. Player alive. Index. Player side. HP. Index. Yeah, outro. I actually did have music picked for the when I was doing cities without numbers. I thought I turned that off. I swear. Okay. But yeah, as I said, I think I figured it out. Because I was smart. I went, oh, okay, I should call it desktop audio because I'm getting desktop audio. But desktop audio is seemingly a reserved word for what you should name objects. So it wasn't outputting. Drove me nuts. Okay, so attack, attack. Enemy's still at 7 HP. Says... What just happened? Oh, it's the combat engine unselfing itself. Okay. I need to have its parent turn off. Get parent hide. And that should be everything I need. Okay. We're getting there. Oop. I should really just give you 1 HP. I want to give you 1 HP. The monster is not so monstrous. Did I give the player 1 HP? Ah, I made its max. Yeah, okay. There we go. Okay, it's slain. Oh, okay. So it's getting back into this, and it's still checking the step count. So what we need to do is step count equals 0. Okay, now we go into this again. I'm still not getting the output, but I'm understanding something. So that gets slain. It waits out. And then it returns us to this, so we can keep walking around. Step count gets updated. It goes back into that, which has dead monsters because nothing has been respawned. So the next step would be respawning things in, as well as getting my dang combat is over going on. Yeah. It should be hitting that. So why is it not printing combat is over? Oh, da 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 da. 1, 2. So that's slain. We see that, but we don't see the text get updated. That's strange. So I don't have anything else that should be. Monster is slain. I think this is going back to some weird thread stuff that you can't exit what you're awaiting on. So, combat is over. So if I move this down, because we call combat is over up here, and I add this. Will it actually display properly now? I won't like that, but this monster was slain. Nick missed monster 1. That's delayed. So it's still doing the rest while that's being awaited. Okay. Yeah, let's return out of there. Maybe something else is firing off and it isn't. There we go. Okay. So what's going on is it's hitting the next loop and weirdness is happening. So can I move this back down into end combat and not have it cry too much? Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Bob missed. Monster was slain by next attack. Combat is over. It exits out. All the awaits are not firing because it's exiting that thing. So next step is to feed monsters and player character information. All right. And I don't know how to feed character information because now I don't know how preloads work anymore. So I can't just generate enemies or player sprites on the screen. And with them dead... Yeah, this is a conundrum. Well, I can at least dummy it up. Set up player array for index in, oh, nope, in len range len player array. In order, we have, we'll go name, HP, max HP. I don't think we had anything else at the moment. No, those can be set on the fly. Yeah, sure. Okay. So we set. Just going to take this over. We reset these two basic arrays so we can get rid of the variables. Wait, how much did I grab? I really do not like how this highlights. I'm going to move these into a notepad so that I can strip off the stupid bars so it doesn't do weird highlighting and I get very confused. Okay, so we have that. Set player. Did I name it setup player? Okay. There we go. Everybody happy now, and you can stop highlighting every single thing on the screen. Okay. And character sprite. Character sprite will probably have to come in later and all that, because I need to figure out how to preload under 4. First off, every single time we get into this, player target array dot append 0 player action array dot append 0, because they're always going to have that. Player side name dot append player array 0 index 0. This is going to be an awful system, but it will get the job done. We're going to pass it in here by, we're going to have a 2-dimensional list that's going to be name, HP, max HP, character sprite. Other things will need to be placed in their layer, but and that can be 1. If I was doing this more properly, I would probably do something. Well, I'd be doing a lot different things, but that would require me looking into the guts of Godot, because seemingly it's interesting, as it has been. Free software. Okay. So that gets passed in. For now, I'm going to do dumb things just to get it working. The character sprite should be setting it up and dropping in there in the proper location for such a player. But node in player side, node dot, this is just 1 and then 2. Well, let's take a look at the map. 1 and then 2. 1 and then 2. Yeah, and they're at 0 because can't drag anything off of anything else. Because why would you want to drag the thing you have selected in the hierarchy? You want to drag the thing at the bottom of the hierarchy. Okay, so node.hide. Actually, no. What we want to do is var player children, and we can get player side get children, and this will return an array. And then we can just do this over here, and then every single one we get to use the same index to show. Okay, you're not yelling at me anymore. Monster side is going to be the same. And enemies target as per AI. So it doesn't need to carry that along. I think it broke because I had an open for loop. Okay. We have that. I don't even think I have monster attacks or anything. If I really want to be stupid, I could just have everything controlled by action IDs and by class IDs, and every single action can have its own dice. I mean, depending how I want to go, I might actually do that. But if I want to go proper Final Fantasy, I have to pass in at least attack and defense values. Okay. Same thing. Var enemy children equals enemy side dot get children. Yes, children. Or child and enemy children. Child.hide. Which means I should probably clone these sprites again. 1 second. Boop. No, you're supposed to go in here. No, why are you moving all weird? Why are you doing that? And transform. Y equals 180. Nope. Oh yeah, because I have this 640. How about 80? How about 96? Sure. So those have been brought back from the dead. Can really ignore don't repeat yourself because terrible. I know this is just going to horribly break. Name, HP, max HP, monster class, monster sprite, most of those will not be used. Enemy, side, name, index. Or wait, oh no, I want append. And, wait. There we go. Index 0. Enemy side HP. Enemy side dot max. Nope. Do I have a max HP? Yeah, I do. Oh. That's why. I don't think I used it anywhere. There's no healing in the system. It's completely looking into the future. Okay, have that be 1. Have that be 2. So now that I have that. At 88? Okay, that's fixed. So now that I have that. Run combat. We'll have this be a function now, so that we can put all our things down there and cry later. So, first, var player info. So we need 2 arrays. We'll call you Knight. We'll give you 10 HP and 10 HP. We will call you Fighter and give you 12 HP and 12 HP. Var enemy info. Beast with 2 HP and 2 HP. So now that we have these set up, and they're completely different from yep, got to find out how it breaks. Now that we have these set up, and they're completely different than what we have in there, and even has different sizes, we will call combat scene dot, I forgot the name already. I really kind of hate how this works. Okay, set up enemy. Please. Player info, enemy info. What are you yelling at? The function signature doesn't match the parent. Yeah, it's okay. Go then just go away. I don't care. Why are you breaking now? Is there something in here that's messing it all up? I don't need new features popping up. Okay. So we get in here. Ah, okay, we have to call the combat engine. My bad. Why do I have a debug? Okay, there we go. Boop. Please, can I just access stuff? I don't really want to. This is dumb. Nope, hit 2 wrong buttons. Keep going back because I copied something now. Now my clipboard's all screwed up. Okay. Get child. Combat engine. Everything's hyper-optimized for optimal work, but nobody works like that, so every optimization makes everything worse. Oh, it's get node. Because nodes aren't children on there. Because, oh my god, quit moving. Stop. There. Oh, okay. My bad. That one's on me. I should be setting up player, and then set up enemy. Ah. No, well, okay. And look, oh no, we have Bob and Nick. So none of that ran. No, it is calling it beast, though. It is calling it beast, so that was proper. So I'm clearly just not setting up something. Okay, can I close this? So I can quit accidentally editing the wrong thing because these look exactly the same between the two. That'd be great. Okay, so when this is ready, we go through this. So I just need to move this. Go down here. Set up players. Put this in here. And put this in here. Only thing that startup will do now is randomize. So now we have night and night. Ah, because I need to have these go by indexes. And look, we have knight and fighter fighting a beast. Beast was slain. Well. And, oops. Okay. We have to reset all the basic elements. Current player equals 0. Current target equals 0. Player facing. Possibly should move this into its own thing, but select current player. Whoops, my bad. Yeah. So we go back into here. Smack, smack. Beast is slain. Combat is over. Take 3 more steps. And we're back in here. Yeah, I think we will move this into its own function. So that we can reset some of these things. And also have you encountered something. There we go. I think that's how you default in this. So we have that. Turn on. So we have turn off selection. Do we turn it back on? And combat is combat over. Do round. Target for current player. Whoops. Okay, we just, yeah, we... There we go. Funk. Why are you yelling? Oh, I didn't put funk there. Okay, that's good. That's good. Getting closer. Set up player, set up that, da 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 da. Turn on selector. We will fix that later, but players always go first, for now. And add text, enter text. And we'll do this all over here. Keep everything properly contained. Okay, so we go back into this confirm. Yes, run combat. And I don't have to pass anything because that has defaults. Yeah, I thought it could just do this. I don't. Oh yeah, and it deleted everything I worked with before. Thank you. You know exactly what I want to do, game interpreter. I want to delete text I kept over so I didn't have to retype everything. Okay. So we smack that, it dies. Combat is over. Step. Yep, you encounter an enemy. Alright. And this should also work going into it. You encounter an enemy. Yep. Okay, so this is repeatable, and we can even do... Do we have a randomize in here? We don't. Let's seal it from combat. I would love to parse out a bunch of this junk into other function modules, but it hates me, so... Random.randomize. If random.rand I range 1 to 2, so we're not here all day. We can have various amounts of beast and beast 2. And that's stuck in the wrong spot. Okay. Let's go. Oh, look. There's 2 monsters, and we can select them. Everything's dynamic and working. The beast will smack us. Yeah, and we're at 3 seconds. Not great for testing. Great for debugging, but not great for testing. Okay, they're dead. Combat's over. Get out of combat. Why did you break? Oh. Okay. So there's a period of time when you can hit this while it's turning invisible. Let's fix that. Except it should be false. Yeah. Okay, so when we set up combat, we're allowing it to That should solve that bug. Okay, there's our one monster. Okay, and I smashed the down key. So it's not activating the select stuff. Well, yep, and we're getting two monsters now. All right. I think I got what I wanted to do today. Now, the only thing that yeah, I suppose the one bit of would be to carry over status information. So how to best do that? So I can assume I pass over by reference arrays and they aren't being copied, and we could just have it point to memory. So right now we're just passing over values and those will get cleared. This gets more into how the heck do we do most of this. But I think that should be for another day. So do I want to do it or not? That is a question. I'll give it a stab, though. I'm going to step away for a few minutes and get something done, so I will be right back. All right then. So, just to go down what we currently have, we have basic map movement. We have able to hot load data into sorry, I'm trying to think here for a second. Able to hot load statistical data into combat scene. Able to go through the combat scene, though we don't have much going on there for persistence. I think I'll give this another hour to try and figure out persistence, and then I have to move on to other things. General way would be to make a single tin, but I'm not sure how well that works in Godot. So I think I could rig some sort of signal system up. But that sounds like it's going to be learning too much to literally pass a couple things of data. So just from the base map scene, combat scene knows the base map scene. Let's do this dumb. Wait, I'm in combat. I really do not like how Godot works. Okay, here we are. So let's make some information. Var player information dict. And let's just do it like this. Night 10 10. The next one we will have be fighter 10 10. So when the info array is passed back, we will iterate. Index in len. I'm sure there's a way to properly loop through this, but I'm just getting stuff done for now. Okay. Var key equals player info array index 0 and var array equals that. Can we just take a slice? I'm not going to bother. Okay, array dot append player. Save myself some typing. One. Two. Where is it making all this extra crap? Okay. There we go. That does it? That does it. Translate to array. Just so I can go back and forth in how I'm going to pass it. Could just pass it as a dictionary and have it figure it out on the other side, but don't particularly care. I'd rather kind of work with arrays and arrays, but yeah. Anyways. Yeah, you know what? We'll just work as arrays and arrays. Oh, please stop doing that. Please. No more. I'm really begging you. Stop adding extra symbols. There. Don't even need to translate now. And literally just update player information list equals update array. Please stop moving. Thank you. Now we have to get them to get hit. So let's go into combat. I think I have an attack player part in here. So previous is combat. Actually, I can look on the side. Do enemy side. Do enemy attack, living player. Boop, boop. Do enemy hit. It's greater than 90. All right. Let's go around till we can get somebody hit slightly. Nope, that's not going to. You know, if we're going to do that, I should at least have 2 characters on screen. Or 2 enemies on screen. No? Run combat. Does not equal to. Is that how it is in this language? Yes, it is. So get in here. Oh, we missed. So we're going to get 2 hits in. Nope. Okay, beast 2. Fighter took 2 HP worth of damage and is at 8. So let's see if in next fight he has 8 HP. And he does not have 8 HP. Oh yeah, because it's not passing back anything. Okay. So back in combat engine. When fight is over, update player health, end combat. So we want to get up into base map. So get parent dot get parent dot. We want to persist data. Range len player side. Sure, HP is fine. Row end player side name index. And it's going to suck that we're going to have to update this every time we add a new thing, but oh well. How crappy it might have been for other stuff, for the actual Nest sort of games. ZB, that's actually probably easier to program with than what I'm doing. Okay. So when combat ends, we'll update the master record. Okay, so fighter took a big hit. And let's see if this crashes horribly. Combat is over. The wait is over. It crashed horribly. I didn't set roach. Yep, that's why. I called it. Okay. Does it die this time? Nope. We still have knight and fighter, so it didn't corrupt that at all. Okay, can you hit someone, please? Thank you. Knight has taken 2 damage, so next fight, Knight will have 8 HP out of 10. And it does. I don't like how this is rigged together, but it gets the job done in, like 15 minutes. So what would be the next thing to add to this? I'd love to figure out how to drop in enemies at correct locations, but I think I'm going to have to spend a couple hours trying to figure out how to preload under Form 1. Because it used to be I could just call preload, get that set up, instance it, add it to the scene. But now it seems like it doesn't really care. And yells at you that you didn't do it right, no matter if you use load or preload. So I think either something's bugged, something's out of date, or there's a completely different mechanism to do it now. And considering how they changed and require having other objects in your scene, I think there's probably going to be something for preloading, because why not? Clutter up your workspace instead of simplifying it, after all. So with that, I think I'm going to call it a day here. Get an early start on some other things. But thank you for joining me. Maybe next week I might do some art for this, because that seems like a possible thing to do, to continue this. Or I might actually do the Dying Earth thing. We'll see what happens. Either way, thank you for joining.